Hello and welcome to this episode of Sometimes the Smallest Things Can Turn into Bigger Problems. So this was on our journey down south, down to Collie, and as you can see it just started off fairly normal as we drove from Geraldton down to Perth, went through that little spaghetti junction, and then from Rockingham down to Bunbury. And oh my goodness, the traffic is horrendous. I might get it out of the way of this because I'm about to get run over. So any long weekend, school holiday, even just weekend, there are cars literally bumper to bumper on their drive down south. So of course it's always a great relief when you finally do get off that main drag and you're actually able to head over to where you want to go. So of course we were heading to Collie, and the plan was that I would be walking during the day, Pete would be picking me up in the middle of the forest somewhere, and we would just pretty much free camp where we sort of felt like it. And so the first port of call was to check out where we were going to meet up for that night. Alright, turn around and go drop me off, and we'll come back to this dust bowl. Looks like it would actually go straight through there. Yes, you probably could, but we're not. So here I am on day one of my next stage hike. I have started just from Collie, so just south of Collie at the bridge there, heading towards Glen Mervyn Dam. And if we look around, first little port of call is Munglanut Dam. Lucky it's actually got so much water in it. It's all dead. So this is me actually arriving at the end of the day at Glen Mervyn Dam. A little track now, but I'll just make sure I don't slip down this. Down this side. You can see this is the dam. Oh, there ain't much here. That looks like our truck over hiding in the bushes there. I will go down here. This dam is only at 6%. I was worried the other day because when I had a news report that there was pretty much no water, this is pretty evident that there is no water. Have a look there. All over there. So this is the state of the dam. I wonder where Pete is. Oh, he's hiding out the side there. There's the truck. Okay, hope it's level and I'm not going to roll down the hill. So morning, and I am starting at Glen Mervyn Dam today. We had our first night camp here. You'll see the truck on the video. However, the dam isn't in its best form. It's only down to about 6%. So it's not looking its happiest and its healthiest for the local farmers. So yeah, is what it is at the end of a long hot summer. So yeah. And I will be heading into some Preston virgin forest, which is mostly made up of jarrah trees, so that should be exciting and cooling during the heat of the day. So yeah, see. You can see why this isn't used anymore. A bit of a bend here. Don't know if that's quite intentional. Okay, so there's often a box left here inside the area. Good spot to keep your possums at bay. And often some reading material in there. And you will find each of the huts has one of these books. It depends on various things. And you can see there's been many people writing in these books. This book started in 2015. So it's lasted a while. So we go at 2020. So just keep people filling where they're from. So here I am at the top of the page, and fill in along here. Fill in your name, are you part of a group, your age, country, where you're starting from, where you're finishing, how many days you reckon, are you overnighting, and you can leave a comment. And it is fun to read some of the comments from these, like, spent far too long in the Mumby pub, was worth it though, end of day 22. Interesting is when you also look at the ages. You know, you've got 78-year-olds, 43, 63, 69, 50, 18, 17. There's a big range, and it just amazes me, some of the ages, and some of them are travelling solo, especially the older people. 78, from Brisbane going to Collie and doesn't know where he's going to end up, Albany maybe. Yeah. Sometimes there is also another book which has a bit more of a commentary on it, which people can write a bit more of an essay than just a single comment. It was really quite distressing to see some of the effects of our long hot summer, and as a result there were areas that were prone to pretty much dying right there and then. However, on the whole it was a good little walk, and Pete picked me up and took me over to our friend's winery, which is closer towards Bunbury, so that's where we were going to stay for the night. So this is our friend Kath and Alex's winery, which is called Crooked Brook Wines, located in Ferguson Valley, which is just outside of Bunbury. We did originally have one night planned here to catch up with them, but it ended up to about a week because, of course, as we were pulling in literally along Crooked Brook Road, somebody had actually noticed that one of our back wheels of our truck was actually wobbling, and upon investigation we found out that we had actually cracked 2 of the wheel studs. So they just sunk in, or are they? One looks like it's
fucking sheared off.
I'll go make a cup of coffee. Going to set up a little tripod over here. I'm going to get angry.
Well, probably fucking not at the moment. I might get fucking angry later.
It'll be annoying if we can't get the hub off, because then we have to take it into a truck person.
Yeah.
Which won't be until Tuesday. I just had the tyres realigned and that. It's a bit annoying. I'll go make breakfast. Singing. What are you trying? They're just YouTubing how to.
For your blog.
Yeah, I know. Peter, we have to YouTube every friggin' thing about this truck because I can't get the nuts off. Pete's. So yeah. Oh, I'm only learning. It sounds like more than a day job, but you. Exactly. How do I get up there? What are you trying to do?
He's trying not to scream.
This channel, which bolts on.
No, not doing
No
it.
fucking chance.
Okay, so
This does.
looks like we might be camping out here for a couple of days. We're all set up to free
No, you stay in
camp.
the house.
No, we're happy here.
We'll take this.
We will, yeah. But I reckon we take it in Tuesday and try and get it done on the Tuesday.
Find someone.
Well, that's it. We have to research and find someone. Today's Sunday. Got a public holiday tomorrow.
You're pulling the drum off. If you start catching on the pads, you need to retract the pads, and I'll show you how to do that as well.
This is a...
Like me with that washing machine.
No, you're not happy with that?
Put it away, folks. You have no show.
No show. Right.
Day's work.
There's a day's work just to, yeah.
Put it this way. If I was in the middle of the Amazon, yes, I would probably fuck around and spend 5 days doing it.
Yes, but you're on
Right
the
now, no.
edge of a city.
Yeah, there's probably a truck shop just in Bunbury there.
There might be a truck shop.
Oh, they have four-wheel drive places too. That's where all the caravan.
Bolt onto that one.
The axle, shaft, all the stuff.
alright.
Because my
Yep.
Come here. Naughty.
It's okay, I can edit you out. I can actually take the audio out of the
Sorry.
No, you're right. No. Yeah, I'm just looking at this socket set going. That's huge. First time it's been used, Alex, has it?
Absolutely.
Well, aren't you lucky we came by? First time for everything. So of course the upshot was we put the wheel back on, had to wait a couple of days until the shops were actually open, drove into Bunbury after trying to find a couple of truck companies that would help us out. Of course, it couldn't be done straight away, so it had to be booked in for Thursday, but we did have it booked in with Bunbury trucks. So we also had to get a new tyre because the old one had warped on it being ricocheting to the side, and we also had to get a hire car so that we could actually get around for the next week because Kath and Alex had to get back to Perth. So we sort of ended up with the situation of where Pete would just drop me out on the track, leave me for the day to my own self, and then come and pick me up at the end of the day, returning back to Kath and Alex's place. We did, however, manage to visit such fascinating places like Gnomes Ville, which is a hugely popular tourist attraction down south. There was a parking lot for it. There were people walking around. Very interesting is perhaps the best word I can describe it. Yes. And would you believe there was actually another strange sighting to see on the side of the road, located on the corner of Donnybrook and Boyup Brook Road. There's this quiet little hollow that actually has all these frogs. Not as many gnomes as the last place, but certainly a large collection of frogs. So we were fortunate enough to actually be able to check out a couple of the little towns that are actually along the way. This here is in Greenbushes, and this beautiful building is the Greenbushes Road Board. Greenbushes is a cute little town, has big mining history, and it's actually to the side of the main road, and there's a lot of history to be found just in that little area. Here's a prime example of the beautiful old buildings. Here's one of the hotels that is actually there, the Exchange. Now, Greenbushes was actually founded as a mining town in 1888, and they were mining tin. However, these days, lithium is the big one that they are mining, and you can go see the open cut mine there. Close to town is this natural watering hole for the population of Greenbushes. Absolutely awesome. You could camp there, barbecue, picnic, whatever. But of course, we didn't have our truck, so we couldn't do anything. Might have to come back later. So, welcome to Bridgetown, where you have this stunning bridge that crosses the Blackwood River. Beautiful. And guess what else quirky little thing happens to be in the area? The Kirrup Pub, home to Kirrup syrup. That's seerage. Oh, searches.
Yeah, one's like a dry fortified red and the other one's like a
It's not even, it's not really like a...
very dry, yeah.
So,
Not like I remember it, but that was 30 odd years ago.
yeah, my memory is a terrible
We
code.
sell it, we sell more of the summer one than we do the original.
I think that's why you want to put lemonade with it.
If you want a nice red, we also have small.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I think I prefer port. Yeah, I prefer, and winter it'd be. So which one's this one?
That's
the
the
pink,
22.
the 22, the pink bottle.
That's still pretty.
It's more of a novelty.
Oh,
than anything
of course.
else,
Yeah, we
really.
know that. I was googling it. Yeah, you get a stubby holder, Pete. Thank you. So, of course, all this was going on while our truck was in at Bunbury Trucks and finally being looked at on the Thursday.
Friday morning rang up to sort of see how things were going and got the bad news that they had actually put a hydraulic puller on the stub axle and had started to split out the stub axle. Now, the problem with that is that's integral with the diff and the diff housing, which means
They cracked the diff.
they cracked the diff. And so the reality was that's where the seal that holds the oil in the diff and the grease into the bearings sits. And the only one that had was in Japan. They were done in Australia apparently.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And it was getting a bit scary. Anyway, they said, yep, look, we'll sort it out, but you can't pick your truck up. So we ended up
Had to leave it there.
leaving it there, and they fixed the problem. They got an engineering firm to fix the problem, and
But
they
it
were
was
very
at the time.
well, a complete fuck up. But you know,
So that was our huge drama of taking our truck down south, and it's currently still in Bunbury. So don't forget to subscribe and see what happens in next episode.